Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by Ofo Steve and Empress Maushi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
Miawezo va agba wana tapa magahoshi agba ka metotroga va fifila ne miaje wana goma agba wana anya wana talk here. You are welcome to Ceana Central. I'll be right back after this very short break. I'll be right back.
Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by Ofo Steve and Empress Maushi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
Welcome back to Ceana Central. Lucky, I'm a shama for CND. Yo, nyankwenye Ofo Steve, Egbaha Magahoshi. Agbaha miada mia mama seduji ma le miadoma egbao. Eta agbaha I'll be so sailing again. Kaka agbaba wana nye wana tohiade ke you cannot afford to miss. Me gede North Carolina. Ne mi ave punu ple miada gade. No afiami aleke nyakata miatwa pogoma le eduyama beke shino numu ne mia akofufu mia nonio bakle mia vio ne miakata miatwa pogoma oba eduyama he Kenya USA is a land of opportunity. There are so many opportunities. Let me don't kujia last week mikpe Reverend Martin Osai ye ova vapono nami cho scholarships and grants aleke mia vio nakpo goma akpo scholarships ayi school alo mianto miatuan the school without paying for miaba school fees miaba tuitions and what have you be miawu school no wabazu effect gbogbo ado ano miangude ye wo fiami emogada. If you missed last week's show, please go on Ceana Central on YouTube and watch it again. Reverend Martin Osai gave us so much information and he would be back again, but in the meantime, go and watch it. Today, it's another opportunity for you to find out ways and means of enriching yourself, just like many others have done in this country and elsewhere. So we have a special guest for you coming in this morning to talk to us and to show us. So you cannot afford to miss it. Call everyone, call all your friends and your family, tell them to go to Ceana Central on YouTube or Ceana TV on YouTube and log on. And while you are there, share the video, share the link, and also like it and subscribe to our channel. While we're waiting for her, it's some ways to get there. So while we're waiting for her, we'll take a break and play some few music to get you all settled in. And then when we come back, we'll talk some more and get her on the show. Ita migayara fide kolo. Mito tragaba miapo ha viado nami. Mia I take a few commercial break. I don't miapo ha do hanami. Na mia travana mashama. Na echi nevi avajichi alonia na avajichi ade adari because egba you cannot afford to miss. Nyankonye for Steve. I'll be right back after this short commercial break and play you some few music and then we get to talk some more about the program. Don't go anywhere, don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by Ofo Steve and Empress Mawushi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
Osuzube, oda wasile me miadu agbalo. Osuzube, yo pape me kweye jijanale. Osuzube, okleto na woka kepa ogale miangu. Momenya menyau, ametakola metalo, atkola le miangu. Momenya menyau, ametakola metalo. Madidio, wayo chiembe apeto. Hello FM. Madidio, wakbo hambe na nye Mr. Chairman. Hello Madam Chairperson. Omenya menyao, ametakola metalo. Osuzube, me yetenu kudu, dona umenya kulo. Osuzube, tapi no mana mesita la tolo. Osuzube, yo gletona kakekbo ogale miangula. Omenya menyao, ametakola metalo. Omenya menyao, ametakola metalo. Omenya menyao, ametakola metalo. Omenya menyao, ametakola metalo.
Yes, I am. Straight from the Kuman in the studios. Hey, Mr. Politician, show some love, you know. Blackness says so. Hey, Mr. Richman, can you show some love for the naked children? Hey, Mr. Big Man, I want you to show some love for the homeless children. Yes, Politician, can you show some love for the hopeless children? Hey, Mr. Big Man, I want you to show some love for the hungry children. Cause I hear them crying, and them are crying, them crying for love. Naked naked ones crying, and them are crying, them crying for love. The hungry ones crying, and them are crying, them crying for love. The hopeless ones crying, and them are crying, them calling for hope. Hey, 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 hey. Shooby dooby day. Hey, 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 hey. I take a look on the streets, all I see is the homeless children. I turn on my radio, all I hear is war, violence and crime. Some of them are hungry, some are naked, some of them are homeless. No place to sleep, no food to eat, no clothes, no shelter. I take a look on them faces, look in them eyes, yet none of them are smiling. You've got your cars, you've got your houses, your money and your gold chains. Show some love, give to the needy, if you care for humanity. Cause I hear them crying, and them are crying, them crying for love. The naked ones crying, and them are crying, them crying for love. The homeless ones crying, and them are crying, them crying for love. Show some love, give to the needy, if you care for humanity. If you see more your way, and I'm open soon, no being sway, Satianya pentinu, and I made ya sooner whom I no suro. I say me shame more freya, a bini baby put that no mania BBD.
Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by Awful Steve and Empress Mawushi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
Yo, Mia Wizon, welcome back to Ceana Central. Mia Darkman Black Dean. Mi fu bobo viade ha mi duo viade de mi bu wale ma viade de wakla say mi adakba now abale kamagble now. Before we went on a break, this is a very special show. Last week we had the opportunity to listen to Reverend Martin Osai that showed us how we can secure scholarships and grants for ourselves and our kids. Egba will be talking about our financial well-being. We have a very special guest that will be coming on in a few minutes to talk to us, to show us how we can take advantage of some financial ways and means of enriching ourselves and also building generational wealth. So please, you don't want to mix this show. Well, I'm sure that you have heard about ways of making money. Look, this is in the country that we live in, which is a land of opportunities. But often than not, we work hard. We trade our hours for our wealth. We trade hours for money. But she's going to show us how we can make our money work for us, so that we don't continue to work so hard for every penny that we make. We work hard. We make some pennies. She's going to show us how that can generate wealth for us. So wealth, our future, is today's topic. And we have a very special guest that is going to take us through it. So you don't want to mix it. But you know what? You want to share this link, share the video, go to our site. I want you to like it. And also while you are there, subscribe to our channel. We'll play you some few more music. Let's take a few commercial break and then play you some few music so you can get yourself together. Because enyaka bloga mi ala egba eka amashama na ganya de view na ganya mechichio na ganya ani atogbi alo mama eka account aha akpo videla man. Eta magana mi few minutes ada na mia Apple I have Yarenami. Miracle, share the link, share the video. We got to track up if you feel like. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after a few minutes.
Yes, ye KKG, Akakafo, Arojo Rokogo, a Fuati Agamabi, sir. Anyani ato junkling, Makaranamchi, Manananya Hui. Yenaba, Ashipali, Dikala Angama. Floss, tasty treat, Anyashipalika, Azina Azada Shiada, a Kutapeo, a Snodapeo, no never a Jigazandum, Nano Banaba first course. Hello, starter. Anya nuim buduika no nyabana ajibaya anno poma yema ajibaya dum papi adakwa to ko nyama naji flows tasty treat product here likanya ashitali adeya ala nu goma to ko nyama na ku
Ceana 2025. Come and have a unique experience in Dallas, Texas.
Ago na miapete milemiape bemiva 32nd annual Ceana Convention Le Dallas Fort Worth. Dallas. Big D. Miva yava pongtepe. Aha. Ceana 2025. Mano bobo edolo. Miva midwaza. We were me at the Cornwall Friday evening. Sunday me our picnic. Me our church service. And all les zanzazata miniva.
Tata nyo play phone yo mi do bonso anami lo. Mi do bonso anami apata mi de kuku na mi be mi pro mi ape famille ovalo. Mi pro mi ape famille o mi afa po Dallas da. Mi adu azan. Azalo.
Azase.
Azale kongbe.
Azale wow.
Guinea ice. Now my phone and
Victor Eddie na yeah.
Sound check.
I wonder why them know they see the things I see.
Yeah, ma.
Same reason they no believe in anything I say.
Now my phone and
Nigeria to Ghana, we balling overseas. When they ask me, say how I take, yes, yeah. If the God will bring me here, I will say I use the transport fare. If the God will bring me here, yeah, me I do see. If the God will bring me here, I will say I use the transport fare. If the God will bring me here, yeah, me I do see.
Yeah, I'm so blessed and I know if you deny. Say the grace where they follow me be divine. Though I be the eye in the middle of the grind. It be so bullies where they back my shine. Them surprised say I pull up in the S550. Yeah, doing return flights on first class tickets. My bank account balance on the 9 digits. I be Guardiola winning in another Man City. Also when I go on look up with Danny Bamajani Gaka Yesuba Vuado Tawuna Magic Plani. Nyabaji do alama tem no abani. Odongo Jota Ububanya de Meatiani. Truly the street no be who first come. I'm taking big grace, no be who stretch arm. Okay, wait, hold up, just give me a minute. If it's success they call, I they go pick count.
If the God will bring me here, yeah, me I do see. If the God will bring me here, no be say I use the transport fare. If the God will bring me here, yeah, me I do see.
Yeah, Okodo Klota Okodada Botanum. Yeah, Moyule Hahama Tonanum, the Ladam. And them Abubunum, he no make a follow them. Now make loud way, I mute all of them. Yeah, my whole team is okay, no new friends. Clear road, I know they see dead ends. I remember when they talk, say I no make sense. Yeah, now my nonsense where they give them sense.
I wonder why them know they see the things I see. Same reason they no believe in anything I say. Nigeria to Ghana, we balling overseas. When they ask me, say how I take, yes, yeah. If the God will bring me here, I will say I use the transport fare. If the God
Hello. Monday, I wanna get it. Tuesday, I wanna get it. Wednesday, I wanna get it. Thursday, I wanna get it. Even Friday, I wanna get it. Kaka, Osakomi. Kleto kuku, lega de, chikunonolo, bebe me, no kawale wa, mechao.
Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by Ofo Steve and Empress Mawushi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
Hey! Nyato well, a todo mama seduji ya magaragana ba Empress Mausi a lot to bazukukla a for Steve le Ceana talk to a diva here le mamli dacho ndigawi de keva seren dog a ver.
Yo, nyatepe akpe togbi oloko joko mama seduji ya malafia egba kakemya gadakpe na Kenny Ice bakla AD opa ibi God afi migas agbaja via de ha afi sayra music ba legede yo egba mi legede nyareke eblogo Gakamaga do wizonami, American Yankonya F.O.Steve. Abaleka madongbe namia, egbapo wana, enya wana tohiado. Enya wana tohiada, yeshai muboblom yabo wana, nyana wana tohi. Gaka egbatoya, eganye wana tohiada, but tohi, ton. Enya ba egba, I am so excited. But last week, we talked about, how we can get grants and scholarships to go to college, to go to universities, to go to school without being saddled with student loans for the rest of our lives. Many of you also pay student loan, right? Today, we are having a very special guest who is a very good friend of mine from the North Carolina areas. She was not affected by the Hurricane Helena. So we are glad to have her with us. And today we are going to be talking about something that we all crave. The reason why all of us traveled here to seek greener pastures, right? It's about our wealth and our future. We wanted to have a better future for ourselves. That's why we left the shores of our countries to be here. So this is an ideal opportunity for you to tune in and listen to one of a kind interview today that would immensely benefit all of us. Yet I'm not always on top here and I'm a shaman. Kamashidu my yide North Carolina. Na miakpe. I guess I'm a shaman link at Mamday. You are sharing the link, you're sharing the video, you're also subscribing to our channel. Look, you don't want to mix this, right? Without any further ado, let me jet out here to North Carolina so that we can bring our special guest for today. Madam Dorcas Jokoto, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Efu. Thank you. And I'm excited to join you today.
Okay, it is such a pleasure to have you. So today we're going to be talking about how we can take home bags of money to build our future, right?
Correct.
I need to go look for my bag so that I can start putting the my my wealth into it right away. Yeah, okay, so you are not new to Ceana. You were at the Ceana convention in 2023 in Atlanta, right?
That's right.
And how was your experience at Ceana when you came?
Oh my God, I was super excited because my cousin had been talking about it. But
Right.
the previous year, that was 2022, we
Yeah.
missed it. So
Okay.
last year, we're not going to miss it for anything.
Okay.
And funny enough, we made a room to join you in
Mhm.
Atlanta. It
Okay.
was an extraordinary experience, and I was super surprised.
Mhm.
Ceana is a formidable force. I never knew that it was a well-structured
Mhm.
is it
Organization.
council, right?
Yeah. Right.
And I met a lot of people. I met people that I knew that I hadn't seen in so many years. And I'm looking forward to enjoying more conventions as the years go by. Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so many may not know you, right? So, why don't you introduce yourself to our audience this afternoon or this morning?
Okay, thank you. So, as you've already said, you are a very good friend, and I'm blessed to have known you. My name is Dorcas Jokoto, and I'm a corporate consultant. And as we all know, we all came here for greener pastures. And sometimes I will say that I'll be here for 5 years, I'll be here for 10 years, I'll go back. But because of financial journey, we are all here. And that is why you see me here today. After going through all the processes of going to school, getting a corporate job, we all realize that we are all chasing the right race. And today, I find myself being educated in the financial journey, and I've also equipped myself. That is why I'm here to talk to us about this wonderful opportunity. So basically, that is what I do. Yes, we try to educate our communities as to how to build our future. That is why we say your wealth, your future. There's a lot to discuss today, so I'm here and we are going to be having a lot of fun.
Okay, so it's a lot to discuss today, and we are going to have a lot of fun. So, once again, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow viewers, today is going to be an extraordinary day where you want to equip yourself with the knowledge that is going to be shared with us today and take full advantage of it. So, let us not wait too much time. Let's go right into it. So, how do we build? How do we embark on this our financial future?
Okay, so great. We all talk about life journey. Everybody has their own plans for their lives. But what have we been wired to know? Today, we are going to be preparing for our life journey in a different way that you've never thought of. Some of us already know, but as to how to go about it. Research has shown that 95% of Americans end up poor. And why is it so? It's because the middle class is misinformed about financial education. We are wired in such a way that study hard, pass your exams, graduate, get a good job, work hard, at least so that by the time you go on pension, you would have enough money to live on. But then we are thinking about social security. Is it IRAs and all that, 401ks? And sometimes some of us who are informed would also get stocks, bonds, and all that. But at the end of the day, what do you know? Even with all these portfolios that we have, there are better ones out there. So today, I think that, and I know that you wouldn't want to be part of the 95% of people, or in America here, who go on pension poor. Right now, in your working years, you might think that you are expendable. You check your IRS accounts and you realize that, oh, when I go on pension, I'll be making $3,000 a month. And that will be enough. And the mentality of most of us, I would say 99.5% of us, would always say that, oh, even when I go to Ghana, I relocate to Ghana, I would have enough money. $3,000 is not bad. But remember that you would always want to come back for holidays or something like that. How much is your ticket? Sometimes we don't think about all those things. Sometimes too, some of us will also contribute towards 401ks. We have a lot of financial portfolios. We are going to be going through all these portfolios one by one, and you will decide for yourself which one you would want to choose. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Auntie Dorcas. I'm sure, but a lot of people hear your name and they know that you are an Ever, and they'll keep wondering, but why are we speaking English so much on an Ceana TV, right? Because, but financial wherewithal, it's a very broad subject that we want to take our time, but let me add the goma alaka gbegba mashama national natwa asegoma ni yeta ehia ba mi ado yovu gbebie ta marako mi akwe kokaka ba mi yovu gbebia de dogaga ke mi na chaka nami. So Auntie Dorcas, so you talk about when we all travel, right? And we all think about seeking greener pastures. We come here and the traditional wisdom had always been go to school, study hard, and graduate, and then you are likely to get a good job, a good paying job, and that is what I said in the earlier part of the segment. Right? We have been accustomed to trading our time for money, with the hope that when we trade our time for money long enough, we'll be able to amass some wealth. And then during our later years that we are not able to work, then we can rely on it. But it is not always so. It is all about financial planning. And we have various vehicles that we intend to, when we trade our time for money, we tend to save in it and thinking that that is the way to go. But you are telling me that yes, there are a lot of portfolios that we often invest our money in, but there are better ones. Can you take us through some of the regular or the normal portfolios that all of us know, and which ones are the better ones?
Great. So let's go on to the financial portfolios. We have a lot of them, but today, let's talk about checking. We all know our checking accounts. When we work so hard at the end of the month or bi-weekly or weekly, we see our results in our checking account. We also have a savings account. Some people also decide to invest in CDs. We have the 401ks, 457s, and all that. IRA, we have the Roth IRAs. We have the traditional IRAs and the Roth IRAs as well. We all know about stocks. We have index accounts. That is, in that we have the index life insurance accounts as well as the annuities. And we also have life insurance. We have bonds and college fund. That is a 529 that most of us do for our children. Now, why are we talking about these basic portfolios? We just here to compare the various portfolios that we have, but at least the common ones that most of us are accustomed to. So when you're talking about checking accounts, at the end of your hard work, you get some money in there. Some people decide to save money in either their checking or their savings account. But do we ask ourselves, in as much as it's a very good financial portfolio, do you always make money out of it? or sometimes you lose money. But in life, as we work hard, we should find ways of always making money that we never lose that. After talking about these basic portfolios, we are going to be talking about financial principles that successful people employ. Okay. As we look here with our checking accounts, we realize that even in times of inflation, unfortunately, your account will be hit and you can lose money. As well as even in the taxes. Do you pay taxes? You might say no, but some accounts you need to pay taxes. And at the end of the day, when the banks want to reward you for saving with them, you get a little, maybe less than $1. You put maybe 10,000 in your account. By the end of the year, they will give you maybe not even up to $5 on that. Then you talk about CDs. All these things, 401ks, IRAs, Roth IRA stocks. You talk about bonds and college funds, that is a 529. They are all linked to the stock market, which is a little bit dangerous. Why? Because anytime the stock market goes down, you are losing money. Stock market goes up, you make money. But why do you want to be making money, losing money? You lose a little bit. And at the end of the day, when you go on pension and you want to withdraw money, you pay taxes. Okay. Even with 401ks, for instance, you are hard up with cash and you want to go and withdraw some money. At the end of the day, you pay the penalty of 10% and you also pay your taxes of 20%. And you know that this is not the best way to handle your financial portfolio. Okay. We also realize that management fees will also hit your accounts if you are in any of these. But the only financial portfolio that you never lose money, you continue to gain money even when the stock market goes down. You are still capped at a minimum table of 0.75%. And that is what we are going to be talking about today. That is IUL that most of us have heard the brouhaha going on. What is IUL? Index Universal Life Insurance. But the way our community understand life insurance is totally different from what we are going to be talking about today. Life insurance is not just the death benefits, and this is not the traditional life insurance. It has a lot of benefits, and we are going to be talking about these benefits today. But before we do that, let's quickly talk about the principles of financial successful people. Warren Buffett always say that you make money, but you never lose money. Why? Why do you have to work so hard? And at the end of the day, you lose a lot of money. And on top of that, when you want to withdraw it, you pay taxes on that. And that is one of the reasons why 95% of Americans always end up poor. And we also say that a critical illness, chronic and all that, critical, chronic, terminal diseases are the number one cause of poverty or bankruptcy in America here. Sometimes we rely on our life health insurance, but unfortunately, at a point, you exhaust everything. And that is why we always see GoFundMe links in our communities. You know, we see them circulating. We need to contribute this X amount of money for our brother or our sister who has stroke, who has cancer, kidneys and all, kidney problems and all that. But there are always better ways of doing that. And ask yourself, never forget rule number one. Why? Because rule number one is always make money, but never lose money. And talking about who is managing your financial portfolio for you, you go to the banks. What happens? They will assign a financial advisor and they will show you that you have to do this. If you invest in this, you gain money. By the end, even when the stock market goes down, you will still make money in the long run. But what we are going to be talking about today, the IUL, you never lose money. And nobody is going to be managing it for you because you'll be educated enough to manage your own portfolio. And some people will go like, okay, I don't have time to be doing this. You don't have to be always checking your account, but it is secured in such a way that you can always log in and you see how your investment is faring. That is what we are talking about. So everything fees from management is channeled into this account for you, and you'll be making more money. In terms of inflation, when inflation hits the economy, obviously, with the exception of IUL, all these financial portfolios, you are going to be losing money. Again, there's always going to be the issue of double taxation. You have worked so hard to make money. You pay taxes on your wages or your income. You are going to be investing. Why do you have to pay more taxes on that? And that is why the well-informed elites in this campaign, in this country, they would always make money. And sometimes we think that the rich are always avoiding taxes and all that. No, they understand the taxes, the tax code in this country. And that is why they will always go in for the index account that they will know that they are not going to be losing any money if inflation hits the economy. The stock market goes down, they don't lose any money. There's also flexibility. Anytime, at any point, you can always take out money from your IUL. And when we get to the benefits of the IUL, you understand how it works. And now we all know that we pay compound interest on students' loans, on mortgages, as well as our credit cards, right? Car loans and all that. But Albert Einstein said that compound interest is the eighth wonder in the world. Those who know it earn it. But if you don't know it, you pay for it. And that is why most of us are paying heavily on our mortgages, even with a student's loan. You will pay and pay and pay, but it's like you are stuck. You don't,
Yeah.
you don't even know whether you are going to be finishing paying before you exit this world, right?
I know, right?
So what is going to happen is we are going to be going deeper into this, how
Sure.
you can make compound interest work for you.
Okay.
And
Okay.
even when you talk about social security and estate planning and all that, we'll go into probate cost system and you realize that this financial portfolio that we are going to be talking about today, the IUL, is the best you can invest in. Yeah, so what can we say from now? We'll say that FO is going to be a great conversation.
Sure, sure. All right. So it's going to be a great conversation. That is Auntie Daka's Jokoto, right? So he's telling us that the number one rule is always make money, never lose money. So let's find out how we all know how to make money, but how can't we not lose money? And that money can continue to grow for us. So we'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll dive a little bit more into how we make the money and to never lose money. Aponucho IUL. Yeah, IUL ade miakata mi si kwa. Hello SC aseba enye product adike manya a death benefit ko wonyo gaka enye a product ike miatwa I use akokokpo ega alo akoko build generational wealth upon viada hacho compound interest nuka yenye compound interest how does interest on miabe investment become compounded and yama wonya nyaka mi adroma na mitrova egaka mi take a short commercial break adede na mi atrova na mi afono na mi ada afonu gbogbo adocho aleke mi akatami wanado jana gado ba mi abagama mi jajranda because ishai mi seneba na awodo na save na echoma na another bahia atwanze akoko alo na magata edowama na gama atwa rely the jide gakade agboglomba mo bubu adoli ye mi apagama because about me use mi apa regular savings account checking account platomo alo mi plus stock o platomo gaka kata enyo me ba do manyo enyo gaka aba there is a better way for us to invest our hard-earned money. It I mean the form na miada Docas Jokoto mito troga va feel like it amaga ya fiareko don't touch that down. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by Ofo Steve and Empress Mawushi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
Ceana 2025. Come and have a unique experience in Dallas, Texas.
Ago na miapete milemiakpe bemiva 32nd annual Ceana Convention Le Dallas Fort Worth. Dallas. Big D. Miva miapa pongtepe. Aha. Ceana 2025. Mano bobo edolo. Miva midwaza. We want me at the Cornwall Friday evening. Sunday, me our picnic, me our church service, and all les zanzazata miniva.
Tata nyo plevo fonyo mi do bonso anamilo. Mi do bonso anami akpata mi de kukuna mi be mi kro mi ape famille o valo. Mi kro mi ape famille o mi afa po Dallas da. Mi ado azan. Azalo.
Azase.
What is that? Conspects.
Hey! Step one!
It's by His grace and favor we keep on living on. Akebara metina betowo. Nenu nyonawa adape namawu. Be good to your neighbor. It's a golden rule. Brother, don't be too stingy. A confident none of you. This life where we dey carry go.
Aglagadi. I had a Benz star, Vacho Kofi Pata, Aglagadi. A billionaire's club, I go that way, Aglagadi. Gucci Bugatti, I saw your neck, Aglagadi. Your bro, Aglagadi. Stop being fresh, Aglagadi. People do pass, I can take it easy, Aglagadi. The flex, Michael Jackson do pass, Aglagadi. Blood money to Chama, they do stingy, Aglagadi.
Kaya menu katanye to floko. Agbe medi biota na lono viwo. Today you here, tomorrow you're gone. Naked you came, naked we shall go. Let love lead.
Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by Ofo Steve and Empress Mawushi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
Miete con oso srople nyanya va hia le gbagbaba tododo Afo Steve ple Empress Mawushi le Ceana Central talk show ajiva zu gbagbelolo.
Akpa Togbi Olokojoko, Hansberg, Ikaman Wakata make blagadiga. Kafi mi agblade ya, na mi akboba, like mi agblade no asuba, like a bagbaba, wawazu generational wealth na, ameko mi blagadina, venyama. Yo, akpa, kagbamino fom na mi ada, Dokas Jokoto. So, before we went on the break, you alluded to, yes, we work hard, we make money, but how can we not lose money? We often invest what we earn into so many portfolios out there, and we often would have a financial advisor that will tell us, look, if you invest into this investment portfolio, invest into this vehicle, you'll be able to earn this much money, which is true. Yes, you would. But there are other better ways of investing our money so that we don't have to be subjected to probate courts. We don't have to lose money, which you said is the number one rule. And also, how can we avoid some taxes? Because we cannot necessarily avoid taxes at all, but how can we use the system to our full benefit? So you talked about IUL. Tell us a little bit more about IULs, why it is not just a death benefit, but it is also an investment vehicle to build generational wealth.
Thank you, Efo. Basically, we will define IUL as a permanent life insurance portfolio, okay, that provides death benefits along with the ability to build cash value. But people might think that this is also a life insurance. Yes, it is a type of life insurance that is not linked to the stock market. So anytime the stock market goes down, you don't lose any money. We've already said that. And again, this type of life insurance is an indexed portfolio. That is also your personal bank account. So anytime you would want to put some money in your traditional checking account, obviously, this will be the best place to put your money in. Why? Because it's operating on the power of compound interest. And what did Albert Einstein say? He said that compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world, right? But then if you don't know it, you pay for it. If you know it, you rather earn it. So why would you want to put your money in a traditional account? And we'll get to know that even the banks, that is where they invest their money. So you will go and put your money at the bank, and they will go and invest for you. At the end of the year, they'll give you a little bit of it. So the Index Universal Life Insurance account, it builds cash value over the years. And that is how you can structure your financial journey so that you will never lose money, which is so important. Unlike the traditional whole life, this one does not just get you stuck. You're only paying premiums. Anytime you hear about insurance, it's all about premiums. That is only an industry's term. But in IUL, you are rather saving your money for higher returns as compared to the traditional whole life insurance. But today it's just about life IUL. So that is what we are going to be talking about. So let's talk about the benefits. We are just talking about the benefits today, okay? And as time goes on, we'll just take one benefit and go into details as and when we get the opportunity to discuss this. So number one is your flexible premiums. And please remember I said that premiums is just an industry's term. This is your personal bank. All the time when we get some money, we file for taxes, extra money, do our side hustles and all that. We say, I'm going to deposit this in the bank. It's the same thing here, but we term it premiums, and it's flexible. So assuming that you want to be depositing money in this your special bank account every year, you can do that. If you want to do it quarterly, nobody will force you. You want to do it biannually or monthly, that is great. Okay. And assuming that maybe in 2 years' time, you realize that you don't have a lot of money to put into this account, you can just reduce the amount of money you're paying. It's all up to you. But don't think that you are paying premiums for somebody to enjoy. No, this is going to be compounding money. But then if you do the annual deposit, obviously, because it's a lump sum, basically, that you're going to be doing every year, it's saving you a lot of administrative costs. So what happens is your money rather accumulates faster, okay, as compared to you doing it biannual, quarterly. If you do it monthly, obviously, there's going to be a lot of administrative fees. But if I say a lot, it means that the rate at which every month is taken off, but it's just minimal. So you are not even losing anything. Rule number one, make money, but never lose money. It is so important. Okay.
Okay, quick question here though. I know you're on the roll. You want to cover as much as you can within the time that we have. But quick question though. You mentioned something about we wanted to save money and we use this vehicle as our special savings account, right? Which is the IUL life insurance and index life insurance. And if we decide to put money in it monthly, quarterly, biannually, or annually, it matters not. It is all about our own ability to save, right?
Exactly.
But then you also mentioned something very interesting that my producer here, my beautiful producer here, Dion wanted to find out. So you are saving money in here, and you can do it on a monthly basis or by month and quarterly basis. But you are saying that the money that you are saving rather builds compound interest for you. So if you do monthly, it means that it will be yielding that interest at that slow rate. But if you do quarterly, then it yields the interest for you at that higher rate. And then if you do it biannually or annually, then it yields the interest for you at that highest rate or thereabout. So can you just explain to us how, because you talk about premium and the money that you pay, it is not necessarily all premium. It is partially premium and it partially investment. So can you just explain that to my dear daughter here, Dion, who is my producer as well?
Hi, Dion. Okay, so so this is how it works. When we talk about premium, as I said, it's an industry term that we use. But in actual fact, you are depositing some money into your personal banking account. That is money you are parting with, but at the end of the day, it's coming back to you. Now, this is how it works. I said that if you do the annual, obviously your money is going to be accumulating faster, right? Because you are putting more money in at a particular time and point, right? But then if you do the monthly, don't worry, you're not going to be losing money. All the money is yours, assuming that you are doing maybe $500 a month. At the end of the year, for instance, that will be about 6,000. So assuming that you are putting all the 6,000 in at once, obviously it's going to be accumulating cash faster based on the power of compound interest. Now, this is how it works. We are talking about the benefits of IUL. And number one is the flexible premiums. That money you deposit into your account, part of it is used for the life insurance piece. And again, the death benefit is one of the benefits of IUL. So basically, it's not all life insurance, but it's an index account that has a benefit of life insurance, which is the death benefit. So this premium, assuming you pay your premium of 500 every month, and they are taking just about maybe $20 or $30 for your insurance. The rest is being invested for you, and that is going to be compounding a lot of interest for you. So that is how it works. It's not like if I'm paying 500, then everything is going into the life insurance. No, that is why it's your personal bank. And one of the benefits again is you go in and out as and when you want. So hope I understand. I've answered your question, Dion. It's not just life insurance. No, part of it is rather used for the life insurance piece, and the rest is accumulating cash for you.
Okay, so I think the other question that she had, and let me just encourage anyone watching, look, you can send in your questions as well. Yeah, just go to the comment section and then type in your comment and we would read it on air. And also we'd like to know where you are watching from. Wherever you are watching from today, just let us know where you are watching from. But if you have any questions, it's not often that we have this opportunity to interact with a free financial financial advisor, right? Consultant. So please let's us take full advantage of this. But yes, the other question that she had was that, okay, so you talked about flexibility, right? So you have the flexibility to, so let's say if you opted for a monthly payment and you are doing so, and let's say you come in some cash, you have the flexibility to go to a quarterly payment, or you can do a large sum, a lump sum if you want. So you have that flexibility. You can do as much as you can within the period. So within a year, you can do monthly at some months. You can do quarterly. You can do a 3-month payment. You can do a 6-month payment. You can do a 1 year, payment. You do have that flexibility, and not all life insurance policies have that flexibility. Did I get you right?
That is correct. Yeah, so that is why this is different from the traditional whole life policy. Yeah, for that one, the moment you invest, that is it. It is permanent and it is guaranteed at that rate. But this one has the potential of higher returns. So assuming that you are doing your annual payments of maybe 6,000, there's always what we call the IRS cap for us. Assuming that based on your face amount, you can put in as much as, maybe if you are doing, for instance, let's say maybe a 47-year-old man has a face amount of $1 million. During the year, they can put in as much as they want, up to about $70,000. Okay, because it's your personal bank. But then the premium, the targeted premium for the year will be about 16,000. But I'm just using a face amount of $1 million. So don't be scared that I'm not going to be getting 16,000. It depends on what you want. If you go, you can go in for 300,000 face amount, but it doesn't mean that you have to be paying 300,000 into this account. No. For instance, if you are doing the 1 million, maybe you can pay about 399,000 your whole life. But there are so many ways of doing this. We also have something, you don't think that you're going to be paying this for life. No, you are not. At some point, you can decide to stop, and we call something autopilot. Is also going to be set in, and it will be covered depending on how you design your account. So you don't lose money. Now, assuming that you've done the 1 year, you've paid your 16,000. I'm using the face amount of $1 million as an example. During the year, remember that according to the IRS cap, you'll be able to do about 70,000. You get 20,000, you get 5,000, you can always come and add up, and that will even accumulate more cash for you. Now you are doing the monthly. If you are doing monthly, for this example I gave, maybe the person can be paying about $1,350 every month. You do your monthly payment, but during the year you get some lump sum of 5,000. You can still add it. So that is why we say that it's flexible. But if you're doing yearly this year and you cannot continue, the next year you cannot continue, and you would rather want to do it biannual, you can do that. And still, when you do your premium, it doesn't mean that that is the end of story. It's your personal bank account. So you can always go in and put in more money as and when you like. Nobody would prevent you from doing that. So that is how that one works. Yeah, I hope that one is also clarified.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay. We saw Efomawuli Agbenu, that is my boss, my former boss, joining us. I don't know if you are here in the US or you are in Ghana. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Okay. I think he has a question. What is that? Is it advisable for me to my 401 account and open an IUL with it? So I guess the question would be, should I cash out on my 401 account and use it to purchase an IUL?
Okay, so this is going to be my best advice for me, and based on the principles that we've talked about. 401k is linked to the stock market. So anytime the stock market goes down, you are losing money. You gain money, you lose. You gain money, you lose. But what you've lost can never equate to the money you gain. And at the end of the day, when you go on pension, you're also going to be paying taxes on that. But you are better off withdrawing and paying your taxes as well as your penalty and invest in your IUL, which is going to be accumulating more cash for you over the years. Because at the end of the day, the amount of money you're going to be making as profit on your accounts will even be more than whatever you will make in the 401k. Even the person who bought 401k is not doing 401k. Why? He is rather investing in IUL. Okay, so that is how it works. But also, with the index accounts, we have the annuities and we have the IUL. But today we are only talking about IUL. Depending on how much you have in your 401k, we can advise you as to how much you would want to invest in your IUL and index annuity. So it depends on how much you have. And based on that, we will sit down with you. We'll look at all the options you have and advise you, and the rest will be yours to decide. So, yes, it is very important to rather withdraw and make more money, because this is also going to be accumulating more cash for you, which will be designed in such a way that it's going to be paying you income for life. It's amazing. This has 64 benefits. That is why we call it the family miracle.
Okay, the family miracle. Okay, yeah, for Mauli, thank you so much. I bet you are still here in the US. It's always a pleasure to have you join us on set. Okay, so you talked about something, and that my wife always wanted to find out. Right? She's always very. She's not a person who is fan of continual payment. Right? She likes. She likes. Can I just pay and then leave it alone? So you did talk about, yes, this has the potential where you can put it on an autopilot, right? You pay up to a certain time and then it can continue to pay for itself. But the beauty of it paying for itself is that, yes, the premium is being paid, which are, but portion of it would continue to grow for you. It is not just a matter of it is just a payment, it's just paying your premium. But whereas you have paid so much, that continued to grow, whereas your premium, so that means you would never default, depending on how much you have put in. Your policy would never default. I have owned various policies in my life, and when you run into some financial difficulties, you don't make a payment, one or two at most within 3 years, then that policy it goes into defaultment and then you lose it. But what you are saying is that with this, it has the ability to continue to pay for you. Yet I will continue with the conversation. Let's take a quick break and let us all get a little water to drink. Egbaminu pomna miada Dokas Jokoto. Yeah, and na minya nyamba IUL and yeah, a very, very great program. Ike alomakweba a product ike net me flia. Miatwa ajagado lema wabazu miapa personal bank nami yemiano egajrando lema abna egamaka mi jajrando aba instead of miako ikoko de banka aba banka on ha miapa gama mi ko banka dema bank mo oga kona miapa ga akove wo business mo wonton ha ka plan a life insurance nya bia nya banka de gbe ka gbe okukuge ye mi agbele ba na be play life insurance a ka go me nya ba na ku a no ahogama na amigo glego arari manyana dowala we alo mi amigo gajara fuma ye gamana vazu miato gaka mianta minyapa banka makuku gagbara kagbo gaka okomia pa guy kemi dadam the banka cover life insurance no kata wo cover life insurance ma aplem do yema onogbogbo na mi pa because of a compound interest compound interest adaka poga from near bank and me vejra garore bank alo 401k alo any of the other investment vehicles. So me day me aton couple stock, I can stock it goes up and down. But IUL it does not, but it is always, it has a safety network, but you are always guaranteed. No market yi up, yes, you gain more. Kakana market crash, you still would be making money. Yeta de mia trova na mia yide enyawaje afomali marakwa pe marakuna la kaje plemia na bia la shua minute biaro ko kwatara mia shi na ohana twa abia afi mia ije. I will be right back. You are watching Ceana Central.
Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by Ofo Steve and Empress Mawushi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
Yo, Akpe, let's run through some program like on the footnotes very quickly after we go back to Miss Doka's Jokoto. Yeah, mianka minya every Friday, me jona goma Friday, we always have African jazz and traditional music, panorama hosted by for Lawrence Mawenyega every Friday, till 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Because Saturday in India, we are here with you every Saturday morning from 11:30 to 1. Nemichola Fia Dunenyo Bobobo comes on, and from Ghana, from Top Radio, Miada Authentic Mama will come away. Nemichafma Ka Miva Mia Strong for the Dr. Awanyo Bakleda Nami and the crew. Had to come on. I've never fiami. I like one of the fiami. Ke koshidagba a Margo Afric culture. A miada Nicole Laba. Iha kona hama benami. We are coming your way with a health segment, a health and wellness hub. Miada Miss Dell will be coming our way. Number, she's ready to come. Don't he next week? I will interview her so we can talk a little bit more about the show. Happy for Patrick Ajadu in Hajajramdo so that we will start. Kebonwa minyaba ni awana tohiado la domiagbona. Me nada Ceana is coming in Dallas. All roads leads to Dallas. America, have you registered already? If you haven't registered now. Ima ni Doctors Blog Atlanta Manobobio. Dallas Manonaga Bobio. Etamia Amashamane Jaro. Please register now so that you can all join the fun in Dallas 2025. Miss Azamba Hogbachocho Niaha or ni mini Hogbachocho Waga le Alakle. Etamapni. Miakatami Donkujina Lagana. You want to be part of that celebration. Mia Ayiji. So, Auntie Dorcas, we have just a few more minutes to go. So, if you can just run us through what are some of the other essentials of the IUL and some of the benefits, and also why IUL is a must for all of us.
Okay, thank you very much. So, before I go on, today it was just about the overview of the benefits of IUL. And basically, I'll round up and say that IUL has the living and the death benefits at the same time. With the living benefits, it will avoid a lot of GoFundMe links. And even sometimes we don't get enough money to take care of ourselves when people are sick, right? So with this one, you will get enough money to take care of yourself if you have a critical illness, chronic terminal illness, or even it takes care of long-term care. For people who are into the healthcare business, they will tell you that most of these white people, the reason why they have live-in assistant helping them is how they have structured their lives. We can also do same, and this has that benefit as well. It gives you easy access to cash. It's all part of the living benefits. And with the death benefits, this doesn't go through the probate court system. Even with the probate court system, sometimes it takes you about 2 years before they even call you. Everything of yours is frozen. What are you leaving behind? Now we are talking about wealth creation and estate planning. When you sit down with us, we will go through everything for you. And you realize that we all go to school with these white people, some who are well informed. They finish school, they buy their homes, and they buy their cars. But what are we doing for our children? The 529 account is also linked to the stock market. You lose money. The best way is to invest in IUL, that what we call the baby $1 million policy. You can do this for your children, and that will be the best inheritance you can ever give to your children. So it also has the power of transferring wealth as well. So today, this is just the basic, but what I'll tell you is, if you go and put your money at the bank, remember the banks are also saving their monies in IULs. They make all the compound interest and come and give you something little. But even if you put your money at the bank, you don't have the living benefits and the death benefits. The moment you close your eyes, that account is frozen because of probate court system. So the next time we are going to be going into details of all these 64 benefits of the IUL, and your life will never be the same. So thank you so much for your time today. And Efo, I appreciate you giving me this opportunity. And I look forward to us discussing more about these benefits. Thank you.
Thank you to the Dorcas Jokoto and my boss for Mauli Agbenu says Akpe Akpe Ghana now. So as you alluded to, this is just scratching the surface of how we can build our future by ending wealth. And it is very essential that we bring you back so that we can scratch some more. If we just scratch the surface today, we want to bring you back so that we can scratch some more and get into the nitty gritty, all the details about how can we continue to use life insurance policy to build wealth. It is very fascinating that often than not, we look at life insurance as death benefit. But as you indicated, it is not only a death benefit. Yes, it is a death benefit, but it's also have a living benefit, meaning that we can enjoy it while we live. And secondly, we can also use it to build wealth for our children, so that our children will not have to come and start a policy as we are doing. We can start a policy for them when they are so young, and by the time they get to a certain age, then they'll have so much money that they can use. And also, it also locks in, if it is $1 million policy, it locks in a premium rate for them, and that would last them their lifetime. And they can also do same for our grandchildren and generations. And that is how others have used this vehicle to build generational wealth, over the years, that we seem to continuously keep trading money, trading our time for money. I think that AC, let's read what the AC says. It's a policy with living benefits and death benefits as compounded to most whole life insurance, which has early death benefit. IUL is the way to go. So that is a testimony. We've got one testimony. She's going to be the host of she's going to be one of our hosts coming up soon. Her show is going to be starting up very soon. Miss Dell, that is Health and Wellness Hub. So we thank you so much. For Mauli, for Mauli says it is possible to have Sister Dorcas, my agent. Of course, so Sister Dorcas, for Mauli wants to know, can he have you as his agent, please?
I'm more than willing, and I'm happy to work with Efo. I can't wait to meet you, Efo.
Okay, yeah, he lives here, right here in the New York area, so you may have to travel here.
Nice.
To come and meet with him. So of course, Sister Dorcas is not only a friend and a resource to Ceana Central, but she's a resource that most of us can utilize. Look, we know we are talking about Ceana, right? We have 20 organizations, 20 affiliate organizations there. She's told me she's available to come and make group presentations and also make one-on-one presentations at any time. So please, I think for Grant want to get in very quickly before we get out of here. For Grant, is this a new start? Is this now starting or already done? Okay, I'm not sure if we are talking about the program. If it is the show, I can show America for Grant, America Mavaka about me, Pakpamea. Gakana Yom later, America. We can continue the conversation for Grant. Thank you so much. Yo, ka akpe nami. Ka Sister Dorcas, look, you can always get in touch with Sister Dorcas through me. Okay, Sister Dorcas, if you want to leave your phone number here, so that if there is anybody here who would want to get in touch with you, so that they can do so, Sister Dorcas.
Sure. So my phone number is 413-949-0508. 413-949-0508. Thank you.
Okay. Yo, so Sister Dorcas, number 413 949-0508. So you can give her a call, and then she can meet with you one-on-one. Aloba, if you want her to come to your association and do a group presentation. But as we please will want you to come back so that we can continue this conversation, so we can all learn how we can build wealth for our future. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you. Look forward to meeting you again. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Yo, sister Dorcas Jokoto, mianovi onye mianovi deka onye miadakpe gari neba egba do je plemi je akovado plemi mi poba ama gogo via de gaka emeta akpo gama discussing the shade klo ye ba phone number ma marako mi atwa ywe no atwa group presentation alo a one-on-one presentation based on how much time you have. No, I'll go into all the details for you. Gaka Ceana Central, miga plug away. Nemia ajonya the Carlo Vadoman. Next week, I have a mianoviado, Nyantonya Vivian Newman, Backler, mianovi the car, millionaire, da Florence, Delali, Dennis. They are very successful in what they do. Now we want to continue to showcase miano alo mianto miano new. They are doing well in certain areas. We want to highlight their achievements. So we'll continue to do that with Ceana Central. And next week, these two very dynamic and industrious ladies would be on our show, that we get to hear their story and how they have come, how far that they have come. Just in case there is someone out there also wanting to striving. So that's what we'll be doing next week. So next week is going to be a very special show again. Look, na enya bao ye a daughter la show, a daughter warm, alo another warm. Marku namianya, Marku miyomi, nemia pobaleke miatwa highlight, miaba achievement, alo miaba do one now, miaba businesses, so Marku mabrom ye shai, miaba channel, miakata miatui, adeke miado, do cover tadeji, yeta mi la fia, memiragbe sha memiragbe. Yeta Marku bido, medo ashire miagbori, ni miapoleke, miakata miakpashi, ne miawe, no wanyo. Akpenami ka egbaton ha fia mi gbaton ha kokakokero. As always, Marco, take care of yourselves and of each other. And so next week, Nyankwenye for Steve. Bye for now. We leave you on the wings of Ceana music. But I don't want to go, but I have to leave. Thank you. Peace out.
I really love to stay with you. I really have to go back home.
Whoa, whoa. The beat scientist.
Tu menyo me swabe wo. 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 Meti bena. Mano, 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 tu menyo me swabe wo. But I really have to go back home.